The Litani River runs for around 170 kilometres across most of southern Lebanon and is situated around 30 kilometres from the border with Israel. It's key for agriculture, irrigating thousands of hectares of farmland, but it's also at the heart of the current fighting between Israel and Hezbollah, lying at the northern edge of what the UN and the international community once hoped would be a buffer zone aimed at keeping a permanent ceasefire. In the year 2000, after around 20 years of occupation, Israel withdrew its forces from southern Lebanon back to the UN's designated Blue Line of separation. So, what is the UN Blue Line? Well, one thing it's not is a border. The UN calls it a temporary line of withdrawal, monitored by its peacekeeping mission known as UNIFIL. More on that later. In 2006, there was a 34-day war between Israel and Hezbollah. The United Nations Security Council unanimously voted for a resolution to end the conflict and pave the way to long-term security. That resolution is known as Resolution 1701. It called for a full cessation of hostilities and the establishment of a demilitarized zone between the UN Blue Line and the Litani River. Only the Lebanese army, and not Hezbollah and UNIFIL, would be able to possess weapons and military equipment in the area. The United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, or UNIFIL, were first brought in 1978, but after the 2006 hostilities, their presence increased significantly. Currently, there are around 10,000 troops from 50 different countries. Indonesia has the most, more than 1,000, while China supplies around 400 troops. The peacekeepers patrol the areas along the UN Blue Line. Any crossing of it by land or air constitutes a violation of UN Resolution 1701. But the problem is neither Israel nor Lebanon have implemented the key terms of the resolution, and over the last year there's been almost daily cross-border exchanges. Hezbollah never left the designated demilitarized zone in southern Lebanon after 2006 and continued to maintain a strong presence. The Center for Strategic and International Studies estimates its arsenal of rockets and missiles to be at around 130,000. Israel, meanwhile, has been accused by Lebanon of committing 35,000 violations since 2006. It began a ground incursion into southern Lebanon on October 1st, but that operation has expanded and the fighting with Hezbollah has increased, raising concerns about the safety of the UN peacekeepers serving there. That's something that UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres says is unacceptable. So what are both sides looking to achieve? Well, Israel is demanding Hezbollah withdraw to north of the Litani River so it can ensure the safe return of around 60,000 residents to their homes in northern Israel. Hezbollah, meanwhile, has vowed to continue striking Israel unless there's a ceasefire in Gaza. But at the moment, that ceasefire seems very far off. Any diplomatic solution is likely to involve the never fully implemented 18-year-old UN plan, yes, Resolution 1701.